Welcome to another Women and a Series. It is the Tobo Sigwe Ezikolomuo. Last time I discussed about Nnabuchi, God the Father, but there are some certain areas I didn't explore within the teaching. So I wouldn't say that this is like a follow-up video. This teaching is to explore some certain areas that we didn't discuss in the course of that lecture, because so to achieve balance. So today I'm going to discuss when you are not in good terms with your parents. As when you are not in good terms with your parents. If we say that Nnabuchi, your father is your God, your parents are your God. What if you are not in good terms with your parents? Perhaps the fault you believe is not your own. I'm discussing this teaching based on if you believe the fault are not your own. If you believe the fault are yours, if you're not in good terms with your parents and the fault is entirely yours, I'll ask you to go and be in good terms with your parents. But there are times that you have tried to be in good terms, you have done your own, you have done all that is humanly possible for you to be in good terms with these your parents who are your gods, who are your earthly gods. What are you supposed to do? If truly that Nnabuchi, if truly that our parents are our gods and we are not in good terms with them, what are we supposed to do? So this is to explore this particular scenario or experience. So this is what we are trying to do today, because we have cases of people who are not in good terms with their parents. They might not be in speaking terms with their parents. They do not see eye to eye. Maybe if they greet their parents will not respond, or they don't even feel like greeting their parents because of one reason or the other. So they are in a kind of irreconcilable place with their parents. Most times it's as if our own worst enemy or our haters or those who do not want to see our good are from our own family. At times, unfortunately, it appears as if it's your own parents that do not want to see your good, that do not want to see your progress, that are impeding or are hampering your progress. At times it appears that way. So we are trying to explore this possible scenario, because what happens when your parent that is supposed to be your God, your father that is supposed to be your God, your mother that is your God, you are not in a good terms? It's as if the person is the person that is attacking you the most, that is after your own life, that will even be happy if you die today. So does it now mean that if we find ourselves in this kind of situation, because our parents are our God, that we have to go and reconcile with those parents for us to be beneficiaries of their blessings accrued from knowing and acknowledging them as our God? Okay, before I answer this question, let's look at possible scenarios that can make or push one to be in an irreconcilable terms with his or her parents. Number one, when you have an overbearing parent. Remember, in the video, I said that our parents are human. We must recognize this fact. Our parents are human, and most times, because of these their human weaknesses, we find it very difficult to accept that they are God. So is this their human weaknesses at times that leads to this tension and conflict we have with them, and we say that they become nothing in our eyes. In Nigerian English, we call it see finish. They become nothing in our eyes. We no longer have regards for them. We no longer put them in that pedestal we are supposed to put as our God. So let's look at the possible scenarios that can push us to be in a kind of irreconcilable terms with our parents. Number one, when you have an overbearing parent, some fathers and mothers can be overbearing. No matter how much you try to be reasonable, caring towards them, they keep raising the bar of their demands and expectations and submissions. Because they are human beings, some of them can be overbearing. That their human nature takes control, make them to be overbearing. No matter how you are trying as much as possible, to meet their demands, no matter how much you are trying to care for them, no matter how much you are trying to be submissive as their child, as someone who is in a place that is supposed to honor them, they keep raising the bar for you. Even as an adult, some go as far as trying to beat you. Some say some demeaning things to you. Some say some hurtful things to you. What you know literally that if an outsider say it, you cut the person off. But you see your parents saying those kind of hurtful words, being violent on you, placing too much expectation from you. Now that is a situation where you have an overbearing parent, and this kind of situation can lead to what I call an irreconcilable terms with your parents. Maybe you try to cut the person off. That's number one situation. Number two, what I call weaknesses or vice. Some parents have what I will call some vices. There are some vices that we should try and wean ourselves from. For example, love of money. You can have a father or a mother that love money so much. If you have a father or a mother that love money so much, there is a problem, because love of money is a great vice. If you have such person, no matter what you give to that person, the person will remain ungrateful. No matter what you give to that person, trying to honor that person, the person won't be ungrateful. The person will even like his or her other child or an outsider that gives him or her more money than you. Some of our fathers, some of our mothers, they love money so much, they worship money so much. Love of money is in every religion. People try to think that if you're a Christian, or what they say in Christianity, you've repented, or I don't know about other religion, the terms that they use and all those things. There is nothing like a new creation. Someone that loves money loves money. Is a vice. And when you have a father or a mother that have love of money, they respect those who give them money the most. If you are the child and you are giving them what you can afford, and that what you can afford is little in their own eyes, they will be berating you. Now, if you have, here is another vice. If you have parents that have weakness for the opposite sex, you have a father that likes women, you have a mother that likes men, there will always be conflict. If you are a man and you have a father that likes women, because of his love for women, he can fall in love with a woman that will be controlling him, that will make him to lose his senses and cannot take the right decisions. He can even love a woman that will bring enmity between your father and you. If you have a mother that likes men too much, what they call fall in love, which I see it as a very stupid terminology, the person can be in love with someone that will make her to lose her senses, that will make her to be weak, that will make her to be taking wrong decisions, decisions that are hurtful towards you. So you are now placed in a situation that the person you are supposed to be respectful to, the person you are supposed to be reverencing, you cannot find yourself doing that thing because you will feel that the person is not worthy of such respect or such reverence. Now, another weakness is people that likes to eat. They like to eat, they like to drink. These are weakness. I call these things vices. If you have a father that is a drunk, a glutton, or a mother that is a glutton, a mother that is a drunk, it can put you in a situation where you will be in a kind of irreconcilable because you cannot stand such vice. You need to be human enough and admit what you can stand and what you cannot stand, because you are still also a human being. You are not perfect. I keep saying it. Humans are not perfect. Even the gods we worship are not perfect. We must always bear this in mind. So when you find yourself in a situation that people you are supposed to reverence or worship, adore, care, because they are your God figured earth, are not worthy of such, what do you do? And I'm trying to explain the situations that can make you find yourself in that kind of situation. Another one is your religious belief. Some parents can cut you off because you decided to express your freedom of religious belief. They are angry that the way that they brought you up, that you are deviating from it and finding your own path. They can decide to cut you off, be it which way. Some parents can be traditional this time, you want to be a Christian, they cut you off. Some parents can be a Christian and you want to be a traditional this time, they cut you off. Some parents can be a Christian and you want to be a Muslim, they cut you off. And you people will no longer be seen eye to eye. And because of that, that parent that that's supposed to be your God, that you are supposed to reverence, give the highest form of veneration, you can no longer do this thing because the person has literally cut you off. So these three reasons I have mentioned above are major reasons I can deduce that can make one to be in an unhealthy relationship with their parents, whom nature have made their what? God. Now, the question is, if you find yourself in this kind of situation with your earthly gods, what do you do? When you are in a kind of fixed, irreconcilable place with your father, with your mother, what do you do? Because I said last week that Nabushi, that's the most high God we are looking for, our parents, our father. What do you now do when you're in a kind of irreconcilable place with these people, with these earthly gods that you are seeing? Must you swallow and endure the torture that comes with this unhealthy relationship because you want to be a good follower, because you want to be a respecter and possibly worshiper of your earthly gods? Must you swallow the torture? Must you endure the torture that comes with it, with this kind of unhealthy relationship with your earthly God? To answer these questions, I don't want to answer this question direct. To answer these questions, let's have these basic facts in mind. Let's have what? These basic facts in mind. Number one, always know that your sanity is your most sacred duty on earth. Your sanity, or what people will call your mental health, your self-esteem is your most sacred duty on earth. Any relationship that will drive you to lose your sanity, your self-esteem does not worth keeping. Such relationship, no matter how important that relationship is, any relationship that keeps bringing out the worst in you, that keeps bringing out the demon in you, that keeps making you to be the less of a human, any relationship that will make you lose your sanity, any relationship that is not trying to build you up, that keeps trying to press you down, that keeps making you feel less and less, no matter how much you feel you are trying to give, I'm saying that that relationship does not worth keeping, no matter how important that relationship is. Why? Because that relationship will make you to lose your sanity. It will drive you insane. Can even lead you to an untimely death. Number two, facts we should always know. Every form of worship takes two to tango. Every relationship, every form of worship, every form of covenant takes two to tango. Allow me to give you a kind of biblical example. If you go to the book of Deuteronomy, you see there the Jewish deity known as Yahweh or Jehovah was instituting a covenant within the people of Israel, and Moses was, I think, Moses was the arbiter between of that covenant, and he was saying, if you do this and do this, I'm going to do this and do this. So relationship, covenant, worship is always a two-way thing. It's not a one-way thing. If you are worshiping a God, the God is expected to do some certain things. There are some certain expectations. You that is worshiping the God, there is also some certain expectation. Now, when one party fails of their own duty, or when one party is delinquent, that covenant becomes void, because it always takes two to tango. You should not be held responsible of a covenant where the other party has become delinquent, or a covenant where the other party is trying by every means possible to liquidate because of their weaknesses or whatever. Number three, there are situations that respect and reverence are better done from a distance. Because of what I said above about your sanity, at times, some reverencing some people or worshiping some people might be better for you to be doing it from afar. Coming close will drive you insane. That you stay far away might be to protect your self-esteem, your mental health. Because, like I said, no matter how much you try, your parent, your biological parent, your father and your mother remains your most high God. So for you not to do something that can jeopardize your own life or your reputation, it's better that you stay what? Far away. At times, distance is better. It's better to respect people, to relate with some people from afar. Once in a while, you ask of them. Once in a while, you do this for them. That might be the only way to keep such relationship what? Healthy. Number four, your parents are your gods, no doubt, but they do not own you. You should always be mindful of this. Your parents are your gods, but they do not own you. Even your chief does not own you. The gods of your land, they do not own you. Worship is a choice. You are supposed to do this, yes, but it behoves on you to decide if you are supposed to do that thing that you are supposed to do. So your parents are your gods. There is no doubt about that. Like I said, I still maintain my teaching last week that in Nabushi, your father is your most high God. Nevertheless, your father does not do what? Own you. You are still an independent being that will be responsible for his or her actions. You must suffer the consequences of your actions and inactions. So always bear this at the back of your mind. Number 5, or lastly, you must learn how to disagree to agree. There are some cases that you must learn how to do what? Disagree to agree. Or what I'll call disagree without being disagreeable. There are some relationships that are vital. Like this relationship I'm saying between you and your parents is vital. So wisdom demands that at times you must learn how to what? Disagree to agree, or agree to disagree. It doesn't always have to be yes, 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 yes. At times you can agree to say no and stay away without being violently what? Disagreeable. This is what I said. You must learn how to disagree to do what? Agree. I'm staying on my own. I believe you are still my father, you are still my mother, but please, I want to stay on my own. Perhaps in the future, whether in this life or in the underworld, we understand ourselves what? Better. So I believe that with this teaching, I'm bringing a balance to the teaching, to my last teaching about what? Nabushi. So when you find yourself in a difficult situation with your parents, who are your earthly gods, I believe this teaching will help you to know how to navigate the situation. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and share. I would like to hear from some of you. If you have any question, please, you can reach me through the number on the screen, or my email address, or my other social media handles. Thank you. Thank you.